One gives up because mastery failed. The other pretends mastery has been achieved. Living under the sun takes a different posture. It begins from the recognition that we are creatures inside reality, not spectators standing above it. We do not view the whole of existence from nowhere. We wake up within a world already given to us, within bodies we did not design, histories we did not choose, relationships we cannot completely control, and a future we cannot see in full. That is not a defect we can engineer away. It is part of creaturely existence. Ecclesiastes calls life under the sun hevel, vapor, breath, something real that cannot be gripped. Life is not unreal because it cannot be held. It is not meaningless because it will not become permanent. The problem is that we repeatedly try to possess what can only be received. We try to secure joy as a permanent condition. We try to turn wisdom into protection from every mistake. We try to make work guarantee significance. We try to make another person guarantee our identity. We try to make a system large enough to remove mystery, then life escapes the grip. That can feel like absurdity, but perhaps the absurd is not proof that meaning is absent. Perhaps it is what meaning feels like when a finite creature demands ownership of the whole. The alternative is not ignorance, it is humility. Humility does not mean pretending that nothing can be known. It means allowing what I know to remain answerable to what is real. It means using science to understand the world without pretending measurement exhausts existence. It means seeking wisdom without treating wisdom as a guarantee against suffering. It means taking theology seriously while remembering that theology is not ownership of God. Theology can name truly, it can clarify, it can guard against error, it can help us speak faithfully about God, creation, sin, salvation, and hope. But theology maps truly, then kneels. Creation reflects God without containing God. The world can disclose order, beauty, goodness, and intelligibility because it receives being and form from God. Yet God is not trapped inside our concepts, images, or models. Created intelligibility reflects its source without becoming identical to its source. So the world is readable because it is not chaos. It is not ownable because neither creation nor God can be reduced to a human possession. That posture changes how we act. If the world were unreadable, action would be blind. If the world were ownable, action would become control. But if the world is readable and not ownable, action becomes responsive. We observe, we learn, we discern, we choose. We correct the map. We act under partial sight. We accept that outcomes are not entirely ours. Then we keep paying attention. Think about a relationship. To love someone well, I must be able to read them. I need to listen to their words, notice their actions, remember their history, and learn what gives them joy or causes them pain. But the moment I think I own them, love begins to collapse. The person becomes a possession. Their freedom feels like a threat. Their mystery becomes an inconvenience. Healthy love depends on both sides of the sentence. The person is readable, but not ownable. The same is true of life. We can know more, and we should know more. We should study carefully, think clearly, test our assumptions, and correct error. Living under the sun is not an excuse for intellectual laziness, but wisdom begins when knowledge stops pretending to be sovereignty. The world is meaningful enough to read, mysterious enough to humble us, ordered enough to guide action, and given enough to receive. The practical question is not, how do I finally make reality fit inside my map? The practical question is, how do I become the kind of person who can read reality truthfully without trying to own it? That requires attention, patience, courage, repentance when the map is wrong, wonder when the world exceeds expectation, lament when suffering exceeds explanation, gratitude when goodness arrives as gift, and faithfulness when the next step is visible, but the whole journey is not. The world is given, the map is partial, the path is walked, the world is readable, but not ownable. And perhaps wisdom begins when we stop demanding possession of the whole and learn to participate truthfully in the part of reality that has actually been given to us. Death is the sharpest teacher of that distinction. The wise and the fool both die. The worker leaves the work behind. The wealthy person cannot carry wealth beyond the grave. The remembered become forgotten. Death does not prove that life has no meaning. It proves that meaning cannot finally depend on permanent possession under the sun. Injustice teaches the same lesson in another way. We naturally expect moral reality to be visible in immediate outcomes. Yet Ecclesiastes watches the righteous suffer, the wicked prosper, power become corrupt, and judgment arrive late. It refuses fake moral neatness, but it also refuses the conclusion that justice is unreal. Koheleth still speaks of judgment in the fear of God. Moral truth remains, even when moral order is not obvious from our limited position. God's world is morally real, but not always morally transparent. That sentence is difficult because it leaves us inside the tension. It does not explain every tragedy. It does not tell us why one person suffers and another escapes. It does not convert mystery into a slogan. Instead, Ecclesiastes trains the creature to remain truthful when explanation runs out. And then, surprisingly, it speaks about joy. Koheleth repeatedly tells people to eat, drink, work, love, and receive the portion of life given to them. That can sound inconsistent. Why enjoy anything if it is all hevel? But the joy passages are not an escape from the book's honesty. They are the practical result of it. If life cannot be possessed, it can still be received. If a gift cannot be made permanent, it can still be loved while it is present. If work cannot save us, it can still be done well. If a meal cannot answer death, it can still be received with gratitude. If another person cannot complete our being, they can still be known and loved as a real gift. Joy is not an explanation of hevel. Joy is a faithful way of living within hevel. This is non-possessive joy. It does not clutch at the gift and demand that it become eternal. It does not refuse the gift because it is temporary. It receives without pretending to own. That posture protects us from two opposite errors. The first is mastery, believing that enough wisdom, righteousness, effort, or information will place life under our control. The second is cynicism, believing that because we cannot control life, nothing is worth loving. Ecclesiastes refuses both. It tells us to seek wisdom without worshiping wisdom, to work without making work our salvation, to enjoy without idolizing enjoyment, and to fear God without pretending to occupy God's vantage point. Even with God, you are not God. That is not an insult to human dignity. It is the boundary of creatureliness. We are capable of real knowledge, real moral responsibility, real joy, real wisdom, and real relationship with God. But we remain creatures living inside a reality we did not create and cannot completely survey. The limit of human understanding is not the failure of meaning. It is the place where possession must become trust. Ecclesiastes does not give the whole Christian answer to death, judgment, or the final purpose of creation. It does something necessary before those answers can be heard properly. It dismantles the illusion that faith should give us ownership of the world. It prepares us to receive truth without turning truth into control. So the Ecclesiastes effect is not merely the shock of discovering that life is confusing. It is the beginning of a deeper formation. It teaches us to remain faithful when outcomes are unclear, to receive gifts without making them gods, to act wisely without demanding certainty, and to let reality correct the maps we use to navigate it. Life under the sun is not meaningless, but it is not transparent to human mastery. Ecclesiastes trains us for the kind of wisdom that can live between those two truths. Honest about the mist, grateful for the gift, responsible within the limits, and humble before the God whose work is real even when we cannot see the whole of it.